Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ajaz again on his YouTube channel about this information about this various fellowships and scholarships all over the world. In my last video, I have given you the random information about these scholarships, and I have summarized, how you can get the scholarship in different countries in the world. Today, though Turkey bursary scholarships in Turkey that is open in currently, and you can also apply ISDB Islamic Development Bank that is also open right now. So all those UG candidates and also PG candidates and PhD candidates who want to pursue their courses through these scholarships, they can go through these websites. You can go through the वेबसाइट ऑफ दिस तुर्की बर्सलरी. आप वहाँ देख सकते हैं कि हाउ टू go through application process, particularly these UG candidates and the candidates who want to pursue their masters in different universities in Turkey. तो उनको थोड़ा सा पहले देखना चाहिए, जांचना चाहिए उस चीज़ को कि how we can go through the application process. आप रैंडमली ऐसे ही मत शुरू कर दीजिए, पहले इसको देख लीजिए, चेक कर लीजिए कैसे भरना है, किस तरीके से भरना है, हाउ वी कैन गिव द आंसर्स टू द डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस विच दे हैव पोज्ड देयर. तो उस तरीके से वो जो है अपना एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस जो है वो कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं. आई रेकमेंड ऑल दोज कैंडिडेट्स हु आर विलिंग टू परस्यू देयर यूजी courses as well as these master's courses in Turkey. They can, particularly the Kashmiri candidates, they can pursue and they can go through the application process, or they can talk with some person about these scholarships and fellowships for help if they face any sort of problem. But I have what I actually want to say is that both Turkey Bursary and ISDB Islamic Development Bank fellowships are open in the contemporary times. Though the purpose of this video is that is totally different, and it is for particularly for the PhD and the postdoctorate candidates. In the last lecture, in the last video, I have told you that randomly how you can get these fellowships, or how you can write an email, or what are the pros and cons of sort of things to avail these opportunities all over the world. Today I just want to brief you, though I cannot do it minutely, but to some extent I can briefly explain you what sort of things, or what sort of the prerequisites are there for for availing these fellowships and scholarships all over the world. In the last video, I have told you that first of all, you have to choose or you have to shortlist your specialization. After masters or after cracking UGC net, all those candidates they are willing to go for the research. But the candidates who are willing to go for the research in some foreign universities, they should know that there are some prerequisites, very cumbersome requirements to get an admission in these universities. And those these universities follow a very strict protocol, both at US, European countries, or some South Asian universities as well. So today I want to talk briefly about what are the prerequisites, or what are the requirements and needs for those PhD and postdoctoral candidates to avail these opportunities, or avail these funded scholarships for themselves. First of all, I have told you that after completing this master's degree, now you are aware about that what sort of a problem you want to take, or what sort of a specialization you want to gain during your PhD, or on what topic you want to work on. So for that purpose, you have to search down the different universities, or particularly the various professors all over the world who are interested in that, in your specialization, in your interest, of specialization. So the first need is that you have to search down those professors or the universities which offer those courses and offer that particular specialization. After cracking down on the various professors, you are shortlisting various professors. Now the second option is that, now the question is that how you can shortlist these professors. You have to go through their CV or resume. That will help in another step when you are when you are going to write an email to them. That is a very critical part of this whole process. You can check their CVs or recent resume, and you can see their publications, their specialization, and accordingly you can shortlist them for your mentorship in the future. Now the second step is email, writing an email. Now in the last lecture, in the last video, I have also told you that writing an email is a very critical thing as far as availing these scholarship and these fellowships, particularly for PhD and postdoctorates. Now the thing is that when you are starting to write an email, I mean the first thing, when you are going to write an email to a foreign professor, as you know that their academics are totally different from the South Asian countries, or the Asian, or the countries in subcontinent. They don't have that sort of a time, or they are very much willing, they are very much busy in their research and in their project works as well, so they don't have the time to read out every email. Now what's the requirement, how you can embark or ponder on their mentality, how you can attract, or how you can be, how your email can become more intriguing for them. The first thing you can do is the subject line, the subject which you have to wrote. Subject line is extremely important, and it should be intriguing for a professor who are going to read out your email. Now what should be a subject line? When I get a postdoctorate fellowship at IIUM, International Islamic University, Malaysia, I have wrote the subject line. I have gone through the one of the papers which my professor has written in a particular journal. So I have seen there she has some sort of interest in Iqbal studies. So I wrote there. I wrote in the subject line, your paper on Iqbal studies, extra, your paper on Iqbal studies. So it became intriguing for her to write down to read out that subject line, that particularly she thinks that this person is interesting in the Iqbal studies or some sort of Islamic sociology. So what I mean to say is that subject line is extremely important for attract these professors. So as far as the email is concerned, it should be an articulated, erudite. You have to check out the vocabulary, you have to check out the pronunciation, these grammatical mistakes. You have to check out the capital, small, and capital. You have to write your email in 3 paragraphs. Introduce yourself, first paragraph, second paragraph. Talk about your research during your PGs or your PhDs, what you have did. And at the third paragraph, just show your intent that you want to willing, or you want to pursue your PhD or postdoctorate under the guidance of that particular professor. Now after sending an email, if he or she replied, if the professor replied to your email, that is a hot battle one, I can say. If they reply to your email, that is extremely important for you. It means that they are important in your research work, or whatever you have written in your email, that has intrigued their attention, so they want to work with you. That is ultimately a final talk from them. Now they will ask you a research proposal. Now the third stage, research proposal, is extremely important for both PhD and postdoctorates. Now what actually this research proposal is, it needs a minute work to do on a research proposal, or how to write a research proposal. I think it needs a separate video, that how you can write a research proposal, a draft of 25 to 3000 words. There are various parameters which you have to follow in your research proposal, and which can be accepted by that particular professor. I can give you the instance. One of my friends, he is residing in Delhi, or actually he's from Kapwara. So he has the professor at Belfast University, UK. She took almost 1.5 years for preparing, his research proposal. So ultimately, he get a fellowship at Belfast University, UK in PhD. So it took 1.5 years for preparing a research proposal with a foreign professor. So perseverance is a major thing as far as your research work is concerned. So I think there I will upload a next video how you can draft a precise and articulated research proposal, and what are the parameters you have to follow in that research proposal. Now the fourth part is the recommendation letters. Now what are the recommendation letters? Recommendation letters are that, so the professors which have taught you during your PGs, during your PhDs, they can write a recommendation letter that yes, we know this scholar, yes, we know this student, he has a specialization on this thing, he has written such papers on these reputed journals. So in nutshell, they recommending you for that PhD or postdoctorate programs. But my recommendations is that you should choose a recommendation letter from a foreign author if you are applying at foreign universities. Recommendation letters, there will be two recommendation letters, or the recommendation letters from true professors, or that will be needful for you as far as availing availing these scholarships are concerned. Now the next step is, the proof of funds and health insurance. So these two documents, when you are preparing emails, research proposals, these two things get finalized. Now they demand the proof of funds. The proof of funds will be provided by the funding agency. Funding agencies, suppose I have been funded by ISDB, Islamic Development Bank, during my postdoctorate. So I have provided a funding letter by my these funding agency, ISDB. Similarly, in your case, the funding agency which funds you for your research, they will provide you this letter and the health insurance. They will provide you these two documents, and without these two documents, you will not get an immigration at a concerned country. Now the last part is passport. Passport, as we all know, that passport is essential, this requirement as far as the international travel. But what actually I want to say is that it should be a validity of 6 months. At least 6 months validity should be in your passport. So when you are clearing all these requirements, when you have preparing your mind for the research at foreign universities, and you have taken due consideration of all these requirements, I am hopeful that you will get through and you will get a very essential scholarship, or a very important scholarship in some foreign universities. So this is a time, I think, they have unveiled fellowships in different universities. From it the fellowships and scholarships are unveiled in foreign universities from December till March. So it's a high time for you take some advice, or take some recommendations from some known person, or the person who is knowing to you, so that he or she can help you in pursuing, or in writing a research proposal, or he can guide you in writing these emails. I hope this video will be useful for you people. I will upload the next video about research proposals. Thank you very much.